So now we have like done everything. We have every each and every element which we needed. Now we gonna switch to comp. I'll just quickly arrange everything uh, precisely. So I have arranged everything now, pretty much neat and tidy, and I have rendered this another frame for this texture over here by changing the reference frame for STMap. Okay, and then I have just mixed those part with the help of roto. So what we are supposed to do, first thing we're gonna do comping on the skull and the fire. So let us just close the glow for now and go in a skull, and we can darken it slightly more. So I'll just darken this as we'll contrast it, contrast, and darken this slightly, at least this much, and definitely we'll increase the highlight over here slightly, just like this, and we'll go in fire and add a bit of more brightness, and then we'll switch on the glow slightly, which is this much side. I'm just gonna reduce the size slightly, and at least this much, and just increase the size of this glow slightly. This much is okay, and this is okay. So we have texture, but this is glowing too much out, and we'll just reduce the size of, sorry, and we need to make it red completely, somewhat like this, and definitely that one as well. So I'll just go here and add some red texture like this, the bright one, to match to the fire. So now we can see it's quite different from our previous render, which is this. It's much more contrasty and noticeable. We can slightly reduce on forehead, it's too much, I think so, is this much. So now what we need to do is we'll work as a cinematographer now. So let's think about this cinematography as well. So right now everything is in the middle, so we are not following the rule of third. So what I'm going to do, first thing, let's just turn on the cinemascope. So this is a cinemascope, so definitely we have this much of Ghost Rider in our scene. So what we can do, we'll take it to the screen right. Oh, definitely I has always noticed on the screen right, uh, something like this much, and slightly over here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna scale it down to a certain level, like this much, so that I'll just use a grid node and have the black bars, make the black bar, take a roto, and this much, one black bar, and definitely over here as well. And we just gonna make it complete black, so that we can I'll just get rid of it. So this is our scene. Now you can see that just with the help of certain few tweaks, a comp is looking much more better. Like certain cinematography aspect, the comp started to look much more better, and we can take it slightly down if needed, or else this was okay only. So this is okay. Let's work on the fire length and embers as well. So we'll add defocus on embers, like some amount of this much is okay. That's defocus. So they are behind, and the length is quite big right now of the fire, as we can see. So we'll reduce the length of the fire. We'll go in size and slightly down by 0.75, and same goes for this one. So let us just view now. So the fire is less visible now, which is good, and it has too much of defocus. The embers, I'll just reduce the defocus slightly, and the embers which are near our fire must be slightly brighter. So what we're gonna do is take this fire, and we're gonna take the alpha from here, and the embers which are close to a fire, we'll just brighten them up so they have much more brightness which is needed, and we're gonna change it to screen. So the embers near our fire must be brighter. Okay, so now the fire is looking great. The Ghost Rider is also looking great, and we can add some kind of like, what we can do is take a roto, suppose this one, and we're gonna brighten those things. Okay, sorry, I'll just roto is misplaced. We'll take this to here. Similarly, hey, come on quickly, here, and blur it. Like this, to have certain this fill in a comp, which is also like this. And what I'm gonna do is take our ST map, like a UV map, sorry, shuffle from here again, UV, and we're gonna have an ST map applied over here, so that this automatically has a track. Now this is misplaced somewhere else, so we just need to place it back, as you can see, like I'm placing, because it's in the texture, it's a UV texture, so that's why the place over there, it just display there. So now this has track, so there is no need for me to do a roto. Similarly, I could have done for skull as well, but I just wanted to show this separately, and we'll do a separate for slightly over here as well. I need to find that place. Yes, I don't think so, the mouth was needed. We'll kill the mouth. Okay, so we have skull and the fire much more ready, and the fire intensity, everything, we had, this is the brighter region, and I'm just checking the intensity, and definitely I still feel like we can take the backfire slightly much more down. It was just grabbing our attention. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm not going to take it down like this way. We have this, and I'll just go here and reduce the height only, like this, because the flames are catching up, and we'll add it like this, upper in the upper region, slightly down, guys. Yes. Okay, take this one slightly more down. So these things are done. So the next thing would be working on this. So what I need to do is take a glow, take a roto, and I'm gonna glow this area a bit much more like this, and I'm just gonna match the color of this region especially, which is slightly more green. Come on, come on, more green. So, and less red. So we have some kind of texture like this inside this over here, and we're gonna add a glow as well. In that region, because the fire is burning inside, and definitely we can go slightly less bright inside as per the texture wise. So we have a feeling that something is there inside, and this is looking weird slightly. I'll just gonna blur this. Okay, so this is coming from this texture. I'll just stencil this out. Okay, okay, okay. Just invert it. I don't need it, nothing else. And now it's feeling blurry. So else what we can do is take a blur node, blur them slightly. Yes, this much. Like this. Let me render so that we can have a look. Just before that, we'll add animation to our sky, as the clouds are going in this direction. So what I'm gonna do, just over here, yeah, come on, quickly. We'll slightly, first thing is scale it like 0.5, and we'll place our center pivot over here, and we'll go animate a skew X to somewhat like this. So we have some kind of animation to our sky as well. After that, let us just add some flickering to the cloud as well. So we'll take a keyer, this much is okay, and definitely just a random expression will do a trick. Random frame divide by 3 or 4, 4 would be better. Let us just check. Yeah, slightly like there is some kind of light, yeah, flickering, and there is a moonlight moving. So let us just do some, just a second, we'll check. So as there is a lot of fire around the jacket, so we need to change the jacket, reduce this jacket blue and all. So I'll go here and reduce the saturation slightly. and add a bit of red to it. We'll take a key here. Add a bit of red. Just like this. This is in the best way to add red. So this is like adding some red, and let's work on slightly overall contrast. Yeah, this much, making it much more noticeable, and adding a glow. Slightly, not too much. Even this much is okay. So the embers, what we can do is reduce the bright. We can slightly kill them off, not like this. We'll try to get the intensity down at this region, slightly upper, so they should look that they have vanished. Okay, sorry. So they have less intensity backside, and the most noticeable thing would be the Ghost Rider in the front, and we're gonna render a final output. Let us just go here and comp final output. gr underscore final output version 001 dot. Let me render. So this is what we have right now. So you can see that the smoke is too much at the beginning, and then it suddenly fades off, and this slightly fire is not looking so much good. So what we are supposed to do, we will fix those things, and we definitely need to add defocus to our BG as well, and we need some smoke emitting out of our this character, and later on we will work on heat haze as well. So we'll add heat haze, and before that like you can see that there is a movement in the sky, and slight bit of like a twinkling, or like what we say, that the light goes down and off, is adding some kind of realism to it. So let us just do it. First we'll go in smoke, and this is too much of smoke at the beginning. We'll just time offset it by 30 frame, and we'll look at the last frame. Yeah, this remains same till the last frame, and we can add the focus to both of them. I'll just add to sky, take a defocus, and even you can add more. So the comp has much more of defocus. Definitely we can just slightly go less on smoke, and the fire over here is creating a lot of trouble for us. So what we can do is just add defocus, or no, defocus won't help. So what we can do is take it down, like this, and can just add some bit of flow. So flames are up, and I can just reduce the height like this. So we have fire behind as well, and let's just have slightly focus, not too much. So there is defocus at the back and over here. So let's just work on interactive now. Go and take a gear, some amount of this, and we'll take a roto. Mask it out. We'll add warm. So we need to get rid of this too heavy, like a steel thing. So slight bit of interaction like this, and now we'll add smoke. So where is smoke? We'll take a smoke from here, and we're gonna apply this on over here so that we can have the performance set. And we are not going to do anything with the intensity. And now you can see we need to have it give a key to him, and let us just change the frame so that come on, don't get hang, something like this. We'll take like smoke is emitting from the character as well, and we'll screen this and just a texture, kind of texture going up. So take this and paste it over here before our BG, like over here, and we're gonna crop this so that okay, it's carrying everything. Let's take a crop and crop the bonding blocks, and go to screen, so check the performance. Well, this is kind of cool. Not too much of like the speed is good. So this would be far okay for us. Just we need to work on slightly on like intensity, nothing else. Okay, we'll take it by 4. Now let us just work slightly over here as well. Slightly, yes, okay. This area is getting too much dark. Let's just add a little bit of black details. Okay, so now we have added smoke and defocused everything, and still the fires. This is cool. I'll just time offset this. -5. So now the even the frame is looking good, and the comp is looking good. So we can make this region go glow much more, and what I'm gonna do is we have skull, and so what I can do is take this roto here, and this is skull matte. This is this skull matte. I'll take this skull matte and stencil it over here. So I have this. I'll just increase the intensity over there. So this looks like this is the source, and we can just darken the red neck area slightly like this. Make look realistic, and this is what we have achieved. Let's render this out. Render is done, so you can see the comp is really looking good, but there are certain things which needs to be finally touched. One is that this I just need to reduce the intensity over here, and definitely this region is really looking good. There is some like too much of heat. It feels like there is a heat over there, and So what we can do, and we can take the intensity down of the fire behind him, so that the all over the we just look at this color, not this fire, as the intensity wise. So we'll take the intensity down slightly over here. And one major thing is which we are missing is heat is. Definitely if there is so much of fire, there must be heat is. So let's start with heat is first. So in order to create heat is, what we can do is you can download a gizmo from Nukepedia and just paste it over here, or else I'll just tell you something. You can take a noise and take it down like somewhat like this and animate it. Let us see how's the animation. So this is the animation right now. Okay, like this one. We'll copy paste this and just slightly change the pattern, nothing else. Like this one. Okay, sorry. Slightly like this, and yes, pattern is changed. So they both look no, still not looking different. I'll take a new, much be better, because there is no control on that. And this is what we got, and slightly like this. And I'm just from here till here, let's give it a boom, animation boom. Okay, so what I'm going to do, take the one noise as a green, so it has just a green channel, and one noise has a red, so it has just red channel. Okay, and then I'm going to merge both of them. So now we can see they have something like this for us, for our heat is. Okay, so I'll do one thing, copy channel. I'll just go here, copy the red noise to the forward U, and the green one to forward V, so that we have this in our forward channel, which can be used as a motion blur or something kind of thing. So we'll take I distort and we'll tell it that use this forward as a distortion for me. So let's just offset slightly and add defocus, sorry, add heat is, and let us play. So now you can see there is a heat is over here, and definitely like this much of heat is we have added, which is good. And definitely one thing we need to do is paste it at the end of a comp. So this is our at the end of a comp. After this, like this. Okay, now let us get just slightly rid of this, which is coming from here. Okay, okay, cool. Yeah, this is okay. And the intensity of the fire slightly more down, so the fire doesn't catch our eye too much. And we can increase the defocus of our PG to somewhat like this. Now everything is done. Let's hit a final render. and definitely this is gonna take time, so let me pause. So now we can see the comp render is done and the comp is looking really good. So what else we can do in this comp? So I have a beautiful idea in my mind that let us just darken this skull completely and do something with this, so that we have like we'll keep this one and we'll do a two more separate version. One which would be like this, and second, just let me clear the cache. Yeah, and the second would be like creating the blue one. This is for fire, and we'll create the blue frame, which would be different. So let us just do the first one, that which is the darker skull one. So what I'm gonna do, let's darken the skull completely. Okay, so the skull is completely dark right now. Let us just check, and we're gonna name it differently as well. Okay, come on. We can name it, we'll go outside and create another one, dark underscore gr underscore version 1. I'll copy this, paste it over here, and done. Okay, so now we have a darker one, and what you can do is create a texture. So I'll just copy both of them, and let's just see, increase the size and take the ST map again. So we have this, some kind of texture, and I'll add it over here. So we have some kind of this. Let us just have it like this, and we need to match the color. So what we're going to do, this is the one which we did over here to match the color slightly. So we'll take this, both of them, I'm going to paste it. So we have something like this, and what we can do is just animate the Z. Okay, not this much, this much is okay. Let us just see how the animation look. Proxy 1, definitely I need buffering fast. Well, there is nothing to bother about it. Okay, we'll check it after render. So we'll go here and just check. So we have something like this. So this 2 node, and it can go slightly bright at the top region, like this. So this is the second which Ghost Rider which I'm gonna try. Let us just click render and wait to see how does it look. So now you can see we have another Ghost Rider ready within a few seconds, and just render time, and you can do whatever you want. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this entire series and you learned a lot. And if you have any queries or anything, just ask me in comment section or reach me on any social site. I hope you guys like this video, and please guys, please do subscribe to my channel, click on the bell icon, and do like every video and watch everything. Thank you guys.